Hi, Buff Mother here again. I've been doing pull-ups in between each one of the exercises. So I just got done with a set of pull-ups, and I'm going to move to my next back exercise. This exercise is rows. Now you can do this a variety of ways, but what I'd like to do is to show you either barbell rows or dumbbell rows. So let's go ahead and start with barbell rows. I have a barbell set up here with there's 10 pounds on each side. The bar is 45 pounds, so that's 65 pounds altogether. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it off, and I'm going to show you a set of dumbbell row or barbell rows. So basically, what you want to do is you want to lift it off with an altered hand grip, similar to what you use during deadlifts. Sorry. So I'm going to have one hand up and one hand down, my right hand over, my left hand under. This helps your grip, and then what I want to do is just bend over at the hips, okay, bar in front of me, and I'm going to simply row with my arms, okay, row into my tummy. You want to look forward, lift that up, really think about pulling that in right the bottom of your rib cage, okay, using that back, lowering nice and slowly. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and put that back up there. So that's a demonstration for you of how to do bent over rows with a barbell. Now I have the various hand position. So the next set I would do, I would alternate that to where instead of my one, I would just switch which hand I have on top. So I'd put my left hand on top and right hand one on the bottom. So then that way I make sure that I don't favor one side or the other of my body. So anyway, this is a boosting workout, so we want full recovery in between sets. Once again, let's just pretend that I've had full recovery, and I'll go ahead and show you how to do the dumbbell rows. Now let me just get over here without hurting myself. Okay. Now, these are basically the same way with our body, but just our hand position is going to be a little different. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. I'm going to bent over rows. We can have our hands with our palms facing down and row in. Okay, you could also have the dumbbells kind of where your palms facing in towards center and row in. Okay, so those are a couple different hand positions you can have. Now you're not going to be able to do as much weight on these as you would with a barbell, just because it's independent, and you really want to, at the top, you really want to think about squeezing your back muscles, lower slowly, okay? Now, since it's boosting, you want to make sure that you're challenging yourself, challenging those muscles. Make sure you're doing enough weight to challenge those muscles. And so, you want to be around the 6 rep range if at all possible. Now, like today I mentioned, I'm at home, I'm doing exercises that I normally wouldn't do at the gym, or I would do some of these at the gym actually, but I have to vary my workout a little bit. And sometimes it happens that I don't have heavy enough weights at home, or I'm not quite used to these exercises that I'm doing at home, so I can't really tell exactly where my weights should be. But just do your best, and if you need to, you can go more towards failure on your exercises just to make up for that extra. Make sure you're challenging yourself and getting extra. But really the goal during boosting is to really try to challenge yourself with heavier weights. You're working more in an anaerobic state. You don't want to be super aerobic. Of course, you do get your heart rate up there, you do get your breathing up there, but we want to think more about lifting heavy muscles, exploding, and building our bodies, and helping stimulate growth hormone and testosterone and anabolic hormones in our body. So part of that is the necessity to lift heavy. Your body does not get stimulated the same way with lighter weights, okay? So now, so I did 2 sets of those. I'm going to finish up here with my last set bent over dumbbell rows, and then I'm going to show you another kind of version of the inverted pull-up with the bar up a little higher. The first time I showed you, I had the bar quite low. As you go higher, you hit your muscles just a little bit differently. So we'll just finish up with these rows here. I'm going to do them with the dumbbell since they seem to be harder for me. Bend over and row in, squeeze, lower nice and slowly. As you're pulling up, you want to think like explode and then lower nice and slow, because you explode. As these weights get heavier, you're going to have to kind of get aggressive about the eccentric or the concentric motion. It's like explode, lower nice and slowly, explode. Okay, kind of like get your grunt on. Okay, so just don't hurt yourself. I hit my rib cage there. Okay, so now let me just show you real quick how to do these pull-ups, these inverted pull-ups on this higher bar. Let me just move these dumbbells out of the way. And okay, now this bar is more like waist height. What you want to do, make sure it's secure. You don't want to have your bar falling off. But actually, I'm going to have to turn it on the other way so you can see me. So what I want to do is I want to just have my knees slightly bent. I'm going to do these overhand version, and I'm going to really focus on lifting my chest to the bar. Okay, so it's up much higher, so my feet are going to have to be in a little bit and lifting up. Really think about at the top, squeezing my back and lower down. Okay, so all the motion is in my arms. If I need some assistance with my legs, I can, but I'm going to try to do 10 of these without any assistance. Really feel this in my shoulders, lifting that chest up to the bar. All right, those are highly effective exercises. So after you do a set of those, you might want to stretch your shoulders, taking your arm across you, pushing on your elbow. Make sure you're breathing. Other arm. And so that's another variation of pull-ups. Now, the next exercise I'm going to do is on my Bowflex. I have an old Bowflex, and it's great for rows. I don't even have the lat attachment. When we bought it, we never got that part. Wish I had that, but I don't. But I can do seated rows on it, and it's a great way to finish off my workout. And so far in my workout, I've really been trying to focus on my lats, which are the outer, bigger muscles of my back. But this exercise, I'm going to focus in between my shoulder blades. In between your shoulder blades are a group of muscles called your rhomboids, and they are great to help your posture. They're the muscles that hold your shoulder blades back. So as I'm doing it, I'm going to really focus on squeezing my shoulder blades together and lifting my chest. Once again, lifting that chest during back exercises. Very important. You might feel a little weird doing it, but it's a way to make your back exercises highly effective. Okay, I'm going to just change positions here and I'll be right back.